Across the vast Atlantic Ocean, between the rhythms of Rio de Janeiro and the islands of the Philippines, a quiet connection is forming. Recent surveys from several international dating platforms show an increasing number of Brazilian women exploring friendships and relationships with Filipino men. While no official government statistic tracks this specific pairing, data from global matchmaking sites and migration reports indicate a steady rise in cross-cultural relationships between South Americans and Southeast Asians. To understand why Brazilian women might look toward the Philippines, we begin with the shared values that shape both nations. Brazil and the Philippines are more than 10,000 miles apart, yet they share striking cultural similarities. Both countries were deeply influenced by Portuguese or Spanish colonization, resulting in a shared Latin Catholic heritage. Family ties are paramount in both societies. In Brazilian households, as in Filipino ones, Sunday gatherings are sacred, grandparents are revered, and extended relatives play an active role in raising children. When Brazilian women learn about Filipino family culture, they often see reflections of their own upbringing, an immediate point of connection. Religion also plays a role. Brazil is the world's largest Catholic nation. The Philippines is the largest Catholic nation in Asia. This shared faith provides not only similar moral values but also familiar traditions. Fiestas honoring patron saints, Christmas celebrations that last for weeks, and a cultural rhythm built around church holidays. For many Brazilian women who value a partner with compatible beliefs, Filipino men feel familiar and trustworthy. Economic and social factors contribute as well. Brazil's major cities, while vibrant, face challenges such as rising living costs, safety concerns, and unequal opportunities. Filipino men, known for their strong work ethic and adaptability, often present a vision of a partner who is resilient, family-oriented, and optimistic despite hardship. In interviews collected by international relationship researchers, Brazilian women frequently describe Filipino men as respectful, patient, and devoted, qualities they sometimes feel are harder to find in their fast-paced urban dating scene. Language, surprisingly, is less of a barrier than one might think. Brazilians speak Portuguese. Filipinos often speak English fluently and are accustomed to learning additional languages. English has become a natural bridge. Many Brazilian women working in hospitality, aviation, or global businesses already speak conversational English, making cross-cultural communication smoother than with partners from countries where English is rare. Technology plays an undeniable role. In the last decade, dating apps and social networks have erased geographic boundaries. Filipinos are among the most active social media users in the world. Brazilians rank high as well. Live streams, messaging apps, and language exchange platforms create daily opportunities for interaction. What begins as a shared love of music, perhaps Brazilian bossa nova and Filipino acoustic covers, or a conversation about sports, from football to basketball, can grow into friendship and eventually romance. Travel patterns support this connection. The Philippines has become an increasingly attractive destination for Brazilian tourists, particularly those seeking pristine beaches and warm hospitality. Cebu, Palawan, and Siargao frequently appear in Brazilian travel blogs. At the same time, Brazil's dance and festival culture, from samba to carnival, captures the imagination of many Filipinos, leading to cultural exchange programs and student travel that further expand personal networks. Another key factor is the reputation of Filipino men abroad. Studies from international relationship forums often highlight Filipino men's emphasis on loyalty and family stability. Remittances sent home by overseas Filipino workers testify to their dedication and sense of responsibility. For Brazilian women who value a partner willing to prioritize family over personal ego, this reliability is compelling. Moreover, Brazilian and Filipino societies both celebrate warmth and openness. In Brazilian culture, greeting strangers with friendliness is common. Filipinos are renowned for their hospitality. This shared social ease makes initial conversations natural and often delightful. Experts in intercultural relationships caution that these connections are not based solely on romance. They are grounded in mutual curiosity and admiration. Brazilian women are drawn to the Philippines' lush landscapes, its music scene, and its dynamic mix of Asian and Latin influences. Filipino men express equal admiration for Brazil's vibrant energy and joyful outlook. It is a meeting of two cultures that thrive on music, dance, and celebration. The role of online communities cannot be overstated. Virtual language exchange groups, international volunteer forums, and niche travel communities create spaces where Brazilians and Filipinos interact daily. Over time, friendships deepen. Some Brazilian women decide to visit the Philippines, drawn by the prospect of experiencing a culture they have come to love, and sometimes to meet the Filipino men with whom they built lasting connections. Cultural compatibility goes beyond shared faith or music. Food culture is another unexpected bridge. Brazilians appreciate rich, flavorful dishes like feijoada and churrasco. Filipinos offer adobo, sinigang, and lechon. The love of festive meals, long conversations over dinner, and communal dining makes it easy for families from both sides to welcome new members. When relationships develop, they often unfold in a way that honors tradition. Brazilian women describe how Filipino men take time to introduce them to parents, siblings, and extended relatives, reflecting a respect for elders that mirrors Brazilian custom. This emphasis on family approval resonates strongly with Brazilian expectations of courtship. While every relationship is unique, the trend speaks to a broader global reality. People are increasingly seeking partners who embody values of respect, loyalty, and shared faith rather than simply geographical proximity. In this context, Filipino men stand out as loving, dependable, and deeply committed to family, qualities that align closely with the hopes of many Brazilian women. In summary, the growing interest of Brazilian women in Filipino partners is not a passing curiosity. It is rooted in cultural similarities, shared religious values, a mutual love for music and celebration, and the ease of modern communication. These connections highlight a world where distance matters less than character, and where two nations separated by an ocean can find common ground in the timeless language of family and love. Have you ever experienced the deliciousness of adobo, the sourness of sinigang, or the savory goodness of Bicol Express? Well, if you haven't, prepare to get your taste buds tantalized, because today, we are taking you on a culinary adventure that will make you crave for more. Our story begins in the beautiful city of Florence, Italy, a place renowned for its art, history, and of course, its delectable cuisine. Here, amidst the rolling hills and picturesque landscapes, there lived a Filipina chef whose name was Maria Isabel de la Cruz. Maria was no ordinary chef. She possessed a gift, a talent for cooking that could warm the coldest of hearts and fill empty stomachs with joy. However, life had not been easy for Maria. She had come to Italy with big dreams, aspirations that soared higher than the Duomo's majestic dome. But the path to success was paved with challenges that tested her resilience and determination. Despite the obstacles that stood in her way, Maria never lost sight of her goal. She toiled tirelessly, learning the secrets of Italian cuisine, absorbing its techniques and flavors until she could create masterpieces that would make any foodie swoon. But fate had a peculiar twist in store for her. In a shocking turn of events,